Man, there's nothing better to me than rolling an old school Cadillac. Definitely pumped on buying this thing at Barrett-Jackson. This was the whole reason I went to Barrett this year. I scoped out this car online, had to go down there and check it out for myself, got my bidder's badges late, and I mean, honestly, I wasn't expecting to get this car or win the bid on it, but we got lucky. I think it was because the wheels that were on it. It looked hideous. So with that in mind, I had a set of white walls back at the shop that I had gotten from a friend of mine, Scott, and I knew I was going to change the wheels as soon as I got it back to the shop. So yeah, I'm pumped on this car, just out enjoying it, cruising around, and yeah, that's all I got to say. Oh wait, maybe one more thing. Welcome to episode 7, y'all. This is my 1967 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. It's me rolling, bitches.
I flush my drinks down in the club. I always keep that shit on top. My piece flush like a disco ball. I dance like I don't give a fuck. I flush my drinks down in the club. I always keep that shit on top. My piece flush like a disco ball.
Barrett-Jackson. We have several vehicles on display here. Some are going to be running across the block, and some are just on display for the Barrett-Jackson Cup. So we're going to head in here and have a look and show you guys some of our work, and go look at a few cars we might bid on. Nice C10. A lot of cool little movie cars. Most of them are remakes, but they're so cool. I think she got stuck on some rocks.
It's paint.
There you go.
All right, that's
You
it.
got, if you want to do insurance, that's the VIN right there.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
your total.
Okay.
19.
Okay. I need to sign this?
Yep.
Nope, that's for you.
Okay.
And you're all done.
Okay, on.
4 minutes, not bad.
No, not bad at all. We're out of here?
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
It's Tuesday, Barrett-Jackson, and we just stole this Cadillac for $16K. Alright, so we're back from a blurry long week at Barrett-Jackson. We had our eyes set on a 1967 Cadillac and we actually won the bid, so we now own a 1967 Cadillac. As soon as we got it back to the shop, we had to get rid of the wheels, throw on some white walls, and send it home until later on when we can actually maybe send it to Tray 5 to get it lowered, bagged, who knows what we'll do. And maybe the interior done, we'll enjoy it for the year, and then maybe bring it back next year and see if we can make a few bucks on it. Anyhow, meanwhile, Mustang's out of the booth, all painted except for the trim. While that's curing, Taylor's been hard at it getting Roman C10 finalized and prepped with the guys, making sure that everything on this thing is sanded and ready to go. So everything here is ready to be cleaned, masked up, and put in the booth. But first we got a Tahoe in there. We've got a small little spot job and a hood that we decided to do real quick on this Tahoe for a new customer. So we're gonna get that knocked out, and then we'll get all this stuff in the booth, and we'll get this stuff masked up and painted for Roman and get this truck back to him in Las Vegas so you can enjoy it. So we got an OBS Tahoe in here. We don't really get to do a lot of stuff like this anymore since we've been so busy doing full custom paint these days, but I decided to take this thing in because I figured it'd be a quick little job for us to do. We replaced the hood with a cowl hood, and it had some damage back here, down here on the quarter panel. So this was kind of caved in, but we didn't want to have to paint the whole entire quarter panel because the rest of this thing is like immaculate, and we didn't want to have the orange peel be different or the gloss be different on the quarter panel to the rest of the truck. So there's a body line right here on these trucks, if you're not familiar with them, but there's a body line right here where we could do what we call a feather tape or a back tape off here. And what we'll do is we'll clear this whole thing here, and then we'll burn the clear in right here. After it's dry, we'll buff this back. We'll run a buffer along here to get rid of any feathered edge that might be there, and then we'll put the trim back on and the molding back on, and it'll look like we never even fixed it. So we decided to do this one and show you guys, but we really don't do this stuff very often anymore. But normally we would, if this was an OEM vehicle or something newer, we would definitely re-clear the whole entire quarter panel. We would cut the glass out and go that route with it. But because we're trying to make this thing look still original in its original state, we didn't want to jeopardize this quarter panel being shinier, flatter, or look any different than the rest of the paint on the rest of the truck. So again, that's why we're just spotting it in down on the bottom. So we did the quarter panel, we did the hood. We're just about ready to clear this thing and finish this thing up and move on to the next job. You're good, go ahead. I know Roman's definitely excited to see this. Aren't you, Roman? Roman, we got your truck in the booth. I know you're as excited as we are to see color on this thing. It's been a long time coming, and yeah, we're just looking forward to getting this thing painted for you, getting it back to you so you can enjoy it. So Taylor's gonna start masking it up and get this show on the road. Like to do around here is make sure that the back sides of all of our panels are protected, coated, seam sealed. It just depends on the job, what was done. These are all fiberglass parts for the Mustang. They needed some extensive work behind the back sides to make them fit, and we want to make sure we get all that protected. Plus, with bed liner, we're able to give it a little bit more durability against rocks hitting and stuff like that. And then with the color match bed liner, it kind of helps make it kind of all go away and look real clean when it's all assembled and back together. So we got the bumpers done, the extensions done, the rear body panel piece done. We're just getting everything unmasked right now so that we can get all stuff set aside, and then get the fenders over here that Dylan is masking up so those can get coated with black bed liner. We wanted to make sure we kept those black because everything in the engine bay is black, and the customer is supplying the bed liner for those and asked us to do those black. So those will be black, the rest of the stuff will be color matched, so kind of all just goes away. But just wanted to kind of give you guys a look at what that looks like before they go on the car and you can't really see them. So
It's like a little bit, like if you can you trim that a little bit more or no?
Oh yeah. I think I might do the same treatment as the other side, not as crazy, but get a block with it again.
Okay.
So what Dylan's doing right now is he's adjusting all the gaps on Larry's truck. Well, I'd say fine tuning the gaps. Most of that was done next door at Tray 5, but once it leaves metal and comes to the bodywork part of it, some of the stuff that a metal guy versus a body guy might know might be a little different, and or just the guy doing the body work might prefer some of the metal or some of the gaps being a certain way. So he's just cleaning up a few things, hammer and dolling out dents that he finds, and then we can get the rest of this thing in epoxy primer. Once we got the whole cab in epoxy primer, we'll be ready to start doing the body work. So one of several projects we have going on around here. Just wanted to kind of give you guys an update on this one while Taylor's in the booth clearing the Mustang. And speaking of an update, I'll take you over to Roman's truck in a minute here. So what Dylan's doing right now on Larry's truck, he's removed the brace that goes in here because when it got sandblasted, like you see here, it blew out all the foam filler inside here. So he wanted to make these removable so we could run like a nice clean piece of foam in there to press the hood out to keep the hood more rigid, but also be able to get paint behind there and it not look crappy along this edge. A lot of times when you just foam fill them, you can't really make them look that clean. So we want to make sure this came out really nice when it's finished. So we decided to go ahead and drill out the spot welds and install nut certs instead so that these pieces can be removable, painted on both sides, and that we can actually get color clear evenly all the way across there. So when the hood's open, it looks even and consistent in there. All right, we got Jeremy's truck over here in the block sanding area. We're gonna start getting some of the truck ready for paint. We're gonna start by doing the roof, the back cab wall and cab sides, get that stuff knocked out. This truck's getting an OEM type paint job where it's just gonna get basically prepped out and painted. We're not doing any of the jams. So like he likes to call like a factory respray. So we're just gonna be respraying it the exact color that it used to be and just throwing a little bit more clear on it and maybe doing a little bit better of a sand and buff job than you'd see from a factory paint job. But nothing super crazy, not like some of the other high-end stuff that we do. Just a nice, clean, daily driving cruiser if he wants to. So we're gonna get this thing started and we will be getting this thing in the booth as soon as possible. All right, we got Roman's truck in base coat. We're gonna let this sit overnight and fully gas off. Then tomorrow, nib it, tack it, whatever we need to do, apply the final base coat. And then while that's flashing off, we'll get some clear made up and get this thing nice and shiny and wet for Roman. So congratulations, Roman, you're almost there. Truck's looking really, really good. Color is killer. Cannot wait to see this thing shiny and all back together. All right, so we got the bed on Roman's truck. Doors are going on. The guys are shooting cavity wax inside the gaps of the jams. Basically getting everything tightened down and getting this thing assembled for Roman. While Dylan over here is unmasking this stuff for the Mustang, I'm going to take a walk next door and have a look at the green C10 that we just finished up the firewall on. Check out progress on that. Hey guys, just came over here to check progress on this. This is Pio, ladies and gentlemen. We got our Bronco here back from the Barrett-Jackson Cup. Got some damage on the grill on its way to SEMA. It was hauled on an open trailer and got a couple rock chips. So I'd mentioned previously a few vehicles that needed to be fixed. This is one of them as well. So we had to take apart the whole front end to get the grill off so that we can shoot the grill separately so we don't have any overspray blowing in, and we were able to prep and shoot everything on the grill. So we got this thing taken apart. We're going to get everything we got to get fixed on it, and then we'll get it all back together, and then it can finally get delivered. New project that just landed at the shop. This is for Preston. All the metal work done by the guys over at Tray 5. We've got quite a bit of work to do here, to say the least. You'll see we're going to body work all these seams. Anywhere where they've basically welded everything together to create all those bead rolls, we got to basically get all this stuff straight enough to shoot it with a bed liner. So stay tuned for this one. We'll show you guys the process of this as we get going. Hopefully we'll get going sooner than later. But just wanted to show you guys some of the metal work before, and then obviously I'll show you guys what it looks like after.
Shit, never moving with caution. Too damn sick, no one's human, my role. Back when EQ and distortion. Back through the roots of my soul. Say again, no room with it haunting. Vantage, but we cruising it on. All the roof and the pain that it causing. They ran through with the food that they own. Gang shit, never moving with caution. Too damn sick, no one's human, my role.
Alright, so as you can see, we got a couple parts for Larry's C10 in primer. Probably notice seams are all smoothed out. Everything's been smoothed out basically on the inside of the door. All the welds have been body worked and smoothed out. Where the hood hinges go and where the latch goes. We've got a little bit more work left to do to the other door, and we'll be able to get that primed next week. And then we'll start on the actual door jambs, smoothing those out, and then get those primed. Then we can start getting the cab, for the most part, put back together, except for the fenders. I think we're gonna do the inner fenders first, since they're all welded together, and then we'll mount the front clip completely together and gap it for bodywork for the outside.
Never seen light straight thrown in the dark. Ever gleam bright with its token of art. Forever dream, ever green, even if the oceans apart. Set levels when the solar enhance. Get set and now we roll in the R's. Jet set to me owning my path. Gang shit, never moving with caution. Too damn sick, no one's human my role. Bandwidth, EQ and distortion. Bandage through the wounds of my soul. Say again, no room for this haunting. Vantage got me cruising at home. All the roof and the pain it causing. They ran through with the food that they own. Gang shit, never moving with caution. Too damn sick, no one's human my role. Bandwidth, EQ and distortion. Bandage through the wounds of my soul.
All right, so we got
Say again, no room for this haunting.
Brian's Mustang, sanded with 600 grit. Hopefully next week we'll be able to have this thing finalized and ready to be buffed, maybe even buffed. It all depends if we got enough time left in the week or not. But it's coming together pretty quickly. Roman's truck is really coming together quickly. We got a lot more to show you guys coming up. So if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Go to our website, iCandyPaintworks.com. Pick up some merch to help pay for all this cool stuff that we're doing on videos. Leave us a comment, let us know what you want to see, if you like the video, if you don't like the video. Like I said, we got several projects in the works, more coming in. Can't wait to show you guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
Are you on now?
So for his second paint job at iCandy, he wants to paint this one. It took him a minute to get that.
I don't know what to do with all these.
Barrett-Jackson, Scottsdale. Where you at?
I'm right here. To cheer him on like a little cheerleader.
Then we can start buffing the shell, and then I will repeat the same process on the rest of the parts for the car. And it's going to be a great time.
Tray 5. Notice with that haircut, it makes the head look a little smaller.